Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Pointless Top 10, a short make top 10 list out of pointless things where we flying by this pointless statue in Booty Bay because inside pointless things are treasure. Let's begin. 10. Number 10 are the Wilderland stags found in the wild plains in Valley of the Four Winds. And I picked the Wilderland stags because I love the markings that they have. They got these cool looking like Hearthstone kind of demon hunter markings on them. Like these stags might just be demon hunters in disguise and we don't even know. I mean, look at this one. He's just... I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's trying to be suspicious so that we don't suspect that he's a demon hunter. Or he's just a stag, which is what he'd want us to think. But really though, I like these stags a lot. I think they're cool looking. They have cool antlers. Even their antlers have the markings on it, which is pretty cool. There's just a bunch of them running around over here. And one cool thing I learned about stags is that they are known for their impressive antlers, which are shed and regrown every year, which it's actually pretty insane. I looked it up and it looks straight out of a horror movie. I would not look it up if you're like squeamish or anything. But anyway, that's why the Wilderland stags are number 10. 9. Number 9 are the Snowfall Elks and the Blighted Elks of Dragonblight. And the Blighted Elks are really just the Snowfall Elks, but they've been diseased by the Scourge. However, I feel like normally when something becomes kind of diseased and blighted, it just becomes like, bleh, and it's like falling apart and like deteriorating, but these just kind of look cool. They kind of just look like they're demon possessed or something. I also want to take this opportunity to talk about how caribou, moose, elk, reindeer, and stags are all similar yet different. Apparently, reindeer and caribou are actually the same animal. However, elk versus caribou, elk are actually taller with sharper antlers and typically live in mountainous forests in North America and East Asia, but caribou are found in North America, Europe, Asia, and Greenland. But this also says that reindeer and caribou are the same, but reindeer have sharp pointy antlers, but caribou have tall curved antlers, and reindeer mainly live in the Arctic. But then a stag is a male deer, typically of the red deer species, found in various habitats through Europe, Asia, and North America. So in conclusion, I have absolutely no idea, but this list is kind of pointless anyway, so I mean, they're all kind of the same, right? And that's why the Snowfall Elk and the Blighted Elk are number 9. 8. Number 8 is Red Hoof the Ancient, and Red Hoof is a stag that's located in Suramar. And Red Hoof is a part of a quest where you talk to Mayruna Moonwing, and she says there's a secluded glade along the river's bend to the northeast. There you may find our new ally, an elderly stag named Red Hoof. So you then talk to Mythandros Irongrove, and she's like, plant some grass seeds and we'll magically grow them. And you do that, and Red Hoof goes over and he digs, and then some flowers start to grow where he was digging, and apparently the flowers that grow are very rare flowers, so Red Hoof has blessed us. So not only is this stag some sort of magical, powerful stag, but he's got a big deer family around him as well. As you can see, they're all running around or standing near him or whatever, having a great time. And I just genuinely thought he was a pretty cool stag, so that's why Red Hoof the Ancient is number 8. 7. Number 7 are the Elder Shadowhorn stags, which are located in Ashenvale. And I actually thought this was kind of funny because these are really cool, like Shadowhorn stags, but they pretty much look similar to the Blighted stags, but one of those is diseased and like dying, and the other one is like, yo, pretty cool Shadowhorn stag. I have cool moves like Curse of the Shadowhorn and Shadowhorn Charge. While the Blighted stags probably have like spread disease. I don't know. But one of the reasons I like them here is it feels like they belong here in Ashenvale, right? They're kind of glowy green eyes and kind of camouflaging in with the environment. I just think they're perfect for Ashenvale. I thought they did a really good job designing these stags for the environment. But again, these may look like Blighted stags, but they're not. They're cool Elder Shadowhorn stags, and that's why they're number 7. 6. Number 6 is Grimhorn, and Grimhorn is a stag that's located at the Maw of the Void in Darkshore. And he's actually locked in battle with Kraw's Blood Rage, and the two take turns getting wounded and saved by adventurers. But the reason I picked Grimhorn is that he's a cool looking stag with the skull impaled on his horns, and I guess it's just been stuck there for a while, I have no idea. But I kind of love the fact that he's just kind of chilling here, like, yeah, I killed somebody, and then the orc dude's just like, oh, I'm gonna take you down. You're going down. I'll tell you what. And he's just kind of like, yep. Like, he just looks completely unfazed by this Kraw's Blood Rage guy who's just losing his mind, like, whoa, in a, I guess you could say, blood rage, right? But aside from that, there's nothing really crazy about him, but I think he's pretty cool, so that's why Grimhorn is number 6. 5. Number 5 are the Great Reindeer, and according to the WoW Wiki, the Great Reindeer are stag found in Ironforge and Orgrimmar. Led by the red-nosed reindeer, they pull Great Father Winter's sleigh around the city. All the reindeers, as well as the sleigh, can be ridden. And it is actually pretty cool to see this go around the city or to actually ride it. It's a fun little thing that they added back in Battle for Azeroth. However, as we learned a bit earlier in the video, reindeer and stag are both types of deer, but they have differences. You have reindeer, which are a species of deer found in the Arctic and subarctic regions of the world, also caribou, and stags are male deer of any species, but commonly the red deer. So really, Blizzard has a stag named the red-nosed reindeer, which is just an oxymoron. And I'm pretty sure I'm using the term oxymoron correctly, but if I'm not, someone will yell at me anyway to tell you if I am or not. So... the moral of the story here is that Blizzard needs to hire a deer specialist to fact check their deer. And that's why the great reindeer, I almost forgot what we were talking about, is number 5. 4. Number 4 are the plains stags, and not plain stags, but the plains stags, like the open plains. And they are located in the Dark Maul Plains in Exile's Reach. They can also be found spotted walking with a plains doe and numerous other deer. That's when I decided to look up, is a doe a deer? Well, I know a doe is a deer, a female deer, because that song. However, a male red deer is a stag, but a female red deer is actually called a hind. But I don't know if a hind is also considered a doe. I think I'm about ready to give up on the technicality of deer at this point. But I wanted to put these on the list because I thought the Exile's Reach does a really good job of showing off nature, and it's not really looked at that much. And I thought it's really cool to see them running around almost in a naturalistic habitat. I guess you could say the other things we've looked at are in a natural habitat, but this just feels like they are where they want to be, you know what I mean? And so they're just running around, having a good time, just chilling, and that's why they're number 4. 3. Number 3 is a thair, and a thair is a white stag located in Drustvar, and a thair actually means father in Gaelic. And he's accompanied by a doe named Athane, which translates to bright spark. And he also has some pretty cool lore. It says Athare was befriended by Lord Aram Waycrest during the war against the Drust 2,700 years ago. Aram treated Athare after the aftermath of a Drust attack, and later Athare would save Aram. After the battle, Athare told Aram that he was repaying the kindness showed to him, and that as long as he exists, he shall protect the people of Drustvar should they come to him. Ever since then, the valiant and true have found shelter with the white stag of the forest. And on top of that, if you're a druid, he will actually serve as an innkeeper. So there's a lot of speculation about him as well, saying that he's a type of wild god, and Athane might also be a wild god, but she has the moon above her head while he's got more like sparkles or stars. I don't know, but either way, they're pretty cool, and that's why they're number 3. 2. Number 2 is Gorehorn, and Gorehorn is a stag located at the Glenbrook Hunting Grounds in Drustvar, and I don't know what is on his horns. It looks like things he's killed or meat, or I don't know what it is, but he's cursed and he's got some crazy blue energy flowing through him. And a bunch of doe around him also have that blue energy flowing through them. So there must be some weird curse that they have, because he has a move called Cursed Hoof. So clearly something's going on here, but I'm not gonna lie, I put him on the list because I think he looks awesome. In fact, you can even see the birds above. They're also cursed with the blue energy flowing through them as well. And they're eating people. There's just dead people that they're eating on the ground. So that is also a thing occurring. In fact, looking into it a bit more, it appears he is part of a cursed game hunter achievement where you have to kill a bunch of cursed animals in Drustvar. So I guess he is cursed, which would make sense, but I just think he looks cool, which I think is what I say about everything. But this guy legit looks really cool, so that's why he's number 2. 1. And number 1 is Metzen the reindeer. And Metzen the reindeer is clearly named after Chris Metzen, and he has been captured by the abominable Grinch outside of the Growlus Cave in Hillsbrad. And back in the day, he was kidnapped during the Feast of Wintervale by both the Dark Irons of Searing Gorge and the South Sea Freebooters of Tanaris, and he could be freed using a pouch of reindeer dust. But after the Cataclysm, that is when the Grinch and the Alterac Mountains started capturing him instead. Which, when you think about it, it's crazy how every year the Grinch just keeps capturing him. He just goes out, finds Metzen the reindeer, captures him, and then you have to go save him again every year. You would think they'd get a little better at hiding Metzen, or Metzen get better at escaping, or they'd put him in different places, but I'm not in charge of Metzen the reindeer security. I'm just out here offering my backseat advice, so Maybe they do know more than me. Maybe the Grinch is actually really good at finding them no matter where they put them. I don't know. But what I do know is that Metzen the Reindeer is one of the most famous reindeers in all of World of Warcraft, if not the most famous reindeer, and that's why he's number 1. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this episode of Pointless Top 10. If you want to watch some more Pointless Top 10s, go watch Fireplaces from last year. That's actually a really festive one, great for winter. I really enjoyed that one. It's one of my favorites. Or go watch Pointless Top 10 Pine Trees if you want to get confused about the types of trees just like the types of deer. Okay? Okay. See ya.